Good afternoon, YouTube. I wanted to go over this shotgun that I picked up here. Anyone who knows me knows I like shotguns. My preferred big game hunting weapon is a shotgun. Over the years, 16 gauge, I think, a deer slayer. I've killed grouse with it, I've killed coyotes with it, killed deer with it, and that's my preferred weapon. And I've always had a thing for shotguns when it comes to personal defense as well. I've owned pretty much everything. I've owned Winchesters. I've owned Remington 870s. I've owned Ithacas. And this is the latest one. This is a Stevens 67E. Now, people might say, well, gee, why did you get that? It's a Stevens. It's not one of the more well-known brands. Delve into Stevens a little bit. The Stevens shotguns were actually they were very popular for personal defense with the military. Military used the Stevens 520, the Stevens 620, and then in Vietnam there was the Stevens 77E. And the 77E was the most produced shotgun in the Vietnam War. And it's very similar to the 67E, but with the fact that the safety is located in a different place. The 77s have the safety here, whereas the 67 is up here on the tang. For the most part, everything else is the same, except that the 77s have a Parkerized finish, U.S. stamp markings, and of course, smooth barrel and bead front sight. The problem with the Stevens, and their biggest known issue, is the stock. And you can see how thin the rest of the stock is. These were prone to breaking, especially if they end up using the buttstock for any form of weapon, or they end up using the gun as a weapon. They're particularly known to break here, around here. This has no cracks in it anywhere as far as the stock goes. And I'll see if I can pan this a little better to show you. Notice that this gun, 20-inch barrel, and it has rifle sights. It has a rifle sight on the back instead of just a simple bead. And the nice thing about it is, it flips up, which gives you a little more friendly usability with this gun, like with slugs. But for the most part, I'm probably going to have it here, because this gun to me is probably going to be more buckshot than anything else. This gun is chambered in 12 gauge, but it's 2 3/4 inch and 3-inch shells. So that gives me a little more than some of these older guns where you just see a 2 3/4 inch. And I got this gun for $175 only a couple weeks ago. Now keep that, look again. $175. This gun is in excellent condition. It's pretty much all they go for. You don't see them going for much. I actually found another one from the same gun shop just today that's this same gun with a longer barrel and the bead front sight. And it's an identical gun. You wouldn't be that far off to take the barrel and chop it off at 18.5 or 20 inches and have someone put a bead sight on it. You really wouldn't do that poorly for a home defense shotgun. Or in this case, this is going to be home defense, and also probably for a truck gun or a camping gun, something that I'm not. This is the type of gun I don't carry. You don't have a lot invested in it. It's not something you really want to worry about. Now, am I going to compare this to like a Remington 870 or an Ithaca? No. They are a much better gun. I have taken this gun completely apart, removed the action, cleaned it, and I can tell you those guns are superior. But that doesn't mean this gun won't do the job you're intending it to do. Would I take this out and shoot hundreds of rounds through it? No, I don't think it'd handle it. But I do think for someone who wants a nice personal defense shotgun on a budget, you can find a Stevens 67 in good shape. This would not be a bad choice. They're easy to maintain. They're easy to take apart. Taking apart is nothing. You take the buttstock off. this first, drop the trigger guard, this whole trigger assembly, and then everything else comes out the back. Unscrew your magazine tube, and the gun comes apart completely. Right now I'm getting ammunition for it. I could not find double-aught buckshot today at the gun shop, so I picked up a box of 12 gauge number 4s. Not what I would normally use for a defense load, but I'm just going to run them through, cycle it, make sure everything works, and then I'll get double-aught and see how that works. The only thing I intend to do to this gun is add a sling swivel and put a sling on it. That's all I'm going to do to this. This gun is not going to be decked out like you saw my Remington 870 in previous videos where I completely redid that gun. This gun is not going to get that. This gun is pretty much me left just alone. That's like even this. I just threw on a quick Velcro neoprene buttstock, or gel holder for the buttstock. I mean, that's all I'm going to do with it. This gun is going to be ultimate budget shotgun. And I will say that the slide works very well on this. It's very positive. It's not as clunky or, in my opinion, kind of like, it doesn't feel as fragile as a Mossberg 500. So, again, this is just a quick overview on this gun, and we'll get to more detail on it later on, hopefully another week or so, or maybe the end of this week if the range ever unthaws and where I can get to it. I'll take her there. So, that being said, YouTube, have a good day.